Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers. You have with myself, Walks, Scorch, SB. For the Armchair Gaffers at home, you'll probably notice that we are a man down, and Hesse will be doing the famous Bebeto celebration sometime soon. So yeah, shout out to Jess. If you want acquainted with our new schedule, Monday is our weekend reaction. That's 9 a.m. Tuesday 9 a.m. is the Continental Corner, and Wednesday at 9 a.m. is the final third. If you aren't following us yet, what you're playing at, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Armchair Gaffers, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Let's get to work. Friday night saw Leeds versus West Ham. Anyone watch it?
Yeah,
decent little game.
It's not really like I thought it would have been probably a little bit better than it was, but all in all, yeah, a decent game, I'd say, for a little Friday night.
It's the same old story, though.
2-1 at home to West Ham.
Same old story.
How do you mean?
Like, whenever you lot watch Leeds play and they weren't good.
Fam, they always have chances.
Like, do you know
I think when they're disappointed, yeah.
Like, it's literally the quality that lets them down in the final. It's not even in the final third, it's the final part.
Yeah,
the
because
goal.
the football's still good up until...
The goal.
Yeah. West Ham came from behind, to beat Leeds 2-1 at Elland Road with goals from Souček and Ogbonna, following a 6th-minute, twice-taken penalty from Mateusz Klich. Who do we have here?
Wait, listen to this, though. Yeah. West Ham, 5th. No Antonio.
Bonkers. So they've got him to come back in and score more goals and win more headers.
Treat more people like shit.
Absolute dirt.
With the PP.
West Ham, who had only just won once on the previous 26 occasions when they'd conceded first in a Premier League game. They levelled when Meslier failed to stop Thomas Souček's soft header and won it with 10 minutes to go through an Ogbonna header. He's scored 2 goals in his last 3 now.
Ogbonna, someone needs to say it. He's turning up.
We bigged up Zuma last week, and it's only right that Ogbonna gets his flowers at the minute. Moyes said after the game, there are some terrible decisions that are happening at the moment. Whoever saw it must have had Fabianski's foot x-rayed. The decision was rubbish. It was a definite penalty. I was angry. I'm still angry. This is the way football has gone. This is talking about the penalty that was taken twice. He said, I think his heel is on the line. You need to have a microscope to see it. Surely the benefit should go to the goalkeeper who has made a save. The game continued for 15 seconds, carried on. I'm disappointed and angry with it. What are our thoughts on VAR so far this season?
I don't really rate the whole penalty goalkeeper off the line inches
bit,
thing. It's a bit reaching too much.
Like to make a penalty save without coming off your line.
Especially when they've saved it as well. It's just like, and then they're stopping it 15 seconds later. It's like, bro, really?
I see, what's it called? I think it was Van der Sar. It's either Van der Sar or Czech, one of them.
Okay.
They were like the ref, because it's ridiculous. Like, a player's running at whatever the speed is.
Yeah.
He's hitting the ball at 70 miles per hour, or 35 miles per hour, whatever. And then you want a goalkeeper to cover the width of however many yards it is in 0. Whatever seconds. Yeah. And like, it's a little bit much.
He can only go laterally as well.
Yeah.
He was saying
no jump and
it's from static. That's a lot. He's saying what man should just do, use a bit of magic spray, just mark out
where
half a yard or however far is reasonable.
Give him some grace. Yeah.
There you go. You go over that, it's a fucking retake the thing.
It's a bit harsh, man. Especially when you save it, you're like, okay, I've done my job. But yeah, refs.
I feel like when you're a GK, like, I know obviously there's a advantage in being a bit off your line, but I feel like when you saved the pen, like, I feel like there was so much more that went into it than you being a bit forward,
a couple inches off the line. Yeah.
Like, you could come as far as you want off your line. If you're not doing all those other things,
you're still not going to save.
You're not saving no pen.
Yeah. It's a bit harsh, and I agree with Moyes on that. Calvin Phillips versus Decky Rice in the battle of the defensive screeners. If you two are Gareth Southgate right now, who are you picking for your defensive midfielder for Euro 2020?
Decky.
Do you know what though? They look like they could play together.
I knew you'd do this. Yeah, when it's one to watch or whatever, you bring 2, or if you say you got to choose one, you bring 3 players. So You had to choose between. But there is something to be said there for both of them being able to play there.
Because I say that because Calvin Phillips is not a no long thing. Brother, when this shoot gets the ball,
Quick.
he's not a no. Like, I'm going to say something mad. Sometimes he reminds me a little bit of Xabi Alonso. Not like to say in terms of ability, but sometimes he gets the ball and he's already thinking Dayak, but he's not thinking I want to bang it long. He's like scanned the thing
and dropped
gone,
it in behind
short,
whoever. Or, yeah.
Like he's moving a bit Xabi Alonso-ish.
Yeah,
but not people will say, "Oh no, you're."
They're gonna jump on. They're gonna jump on you for this.
Yeah.
But,
Next game.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah, his range of passing is.
I'm telling you, he's got a mad range. I'm telling you.
But I think if I have to pick between the two at the minute, I'll probably lean towards Rice, and that's not because he signed a shirt for us.
You know why? If you have to pick, you go Rice, because Rice is bossing guys. Like, not just Rice is playing well, not Rice is bossing games. No, Rice is bossing guys.
He's dominating people, yeah.
Like, he's making man irrelevant on the football pitch. Like, how often have we seen man get dragged playing against Rice this season?
Yeah.
Man are getting dragged left, right, and center. Like, man ain't making 90 minutes playing against Rice.
It's not an easy task.
It's crazy.
Big up to both of those two defensive midfielders there. Yeah, West Ham now sit sixth in the table when these notes are written, and I'd probably expect the Hammers to tie up David Moyes' new contract. Leeds are now 14th with 1 win in 5, but that's probably what we'd expect.
They'll be fine.
They're cheeky. Wait, what's that? Wait, where are they?
Leeds now on the updated table sit 15th on 14 points after 12 games.
Yeah, well, if
Newly promoted team.
Look, if Arsenal are safe,
Yeah.
and we know who's got the better manager.
Fair play.
Who knows?
We are gonna move on to Wolves and Aston Villa. Substitute El Ghazi converted a stoppage time pen as Aston Villa snatched victory in their West Midlands derby at Wolves. Wolves had a better of their, first home game since Raul Jimenez suffered his skull fracture. Fabio Silva hit the post halfway through the second half, and he got his first start for Wolves after a £35 million move.
That little kid.
Yeah, he's only 18. I'd say, fiery West Midlands derby. Mike Dean loves the cards. Dished out 7 yellow cards and 2 red cards for Douglas Luiz and João Moutinho.
You know what was mad? Yeah, I was watching the game and I totally, because it's not a derby that it's not a derby that I
the
care.
brand isn't.
Yeah, it don't really mean much to
Uh-huh.
me. So I'm watching the game and then I'm clocking, bro, there's bare yellow cards. Like, bare yellow cards.
Dishing out.
Tallying up.
Then I've clocked,
Then
it's a dark. These men were playing it like a derby.
One for the purists, man.
I wasn't getting it. I was like, raw, what's going? The football was 0.
But man are getting...
Because man were getting lifted.
for the traditionalists, they probably enjoyed seeing that. There was another derby later, and we could talk about that, where we probably didn't see a similar type of determination and grit. For me, I thought Martinez gave us the goalkeeping performance of the weekend, but I was proven wrong on Sunday after watching the Crystal Palace and Spurs game. Nuno Espirito Santos on scoring goals without Jimenez said, "It is something that we have to do as a team, find solutions, but today we had chances. Let's work on the final touch." How do you think Wolves are going to fare without Jimenez as their number 9 SB?
They're going to struggle, man. You can see that their system's just built around Jimenez. And with him gone now, I don't know how long he's going to be out for as well.
Yeah, we haven't been given a time just yet.
Fam, his skull is
cracked. So it's he might not play all season,
Yeah.
and it might be cool, you have to just take that on the chin, or he might be back next month. Who knows? But
Yeah.
the quicker they get him back, the better, because they're just sliding down the table, man.
You know what as well? There was bare times when they were doing whatever they were doing and the ball was getting whipped in and it was the ball was past the defenders, but
Fabio Silva.
yeah, he's not physically capable.
He's not ready for
of the aggression
to do what
required.
Yeah.
But it was
18-year-old.
if Jimenez was playing,
someone getting
LeBron
a
James.
bully in there.
it's
Yeah.
LeBron James in there.
Some stats on the game. 38 fouls were conceded in that game. the most of any top flight game this season. And yeah, as I said, the purists will be happy to see that a local derby has some semblance of a real rivalry. Another stat, Adama Traore is without a goal or an assist in 19 league matches after racking up 9 goal involvements in his previous 19.
Bleed.
All that baby.
He's bleeding.
All that baby for nothing. Villa sit in 10th on 18 points and Wolves are in 13th on 17 points.
All right, do you know who I've got to big up? I got to big up Dean Smith, you know. I got into a back and forth with a guy at the start of the season. Because I was saying that I rate Chris Wilder. He was like one of my best managers in the league for last season. And he's like, you don't know shit about football. Fucking Dean Smith's better than Wilder. Okay. I was like, whoa, big dog, slow down. And I was saying, I was giving him my reasoning for why I rated Chris Wilder so highly. And you know what? I don't know if it's to do with John Terry or what, but being real, since John Terry's been over there, they've just made steady progression that way.
But you
it's
know,
ticking on nicely.
Dean Smith, I think it was Brentford he was managing, and he had them kicking ball.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise to you.
It's got ability.
Much of a surprise.
But this is the Prem.
But
and remember as well,
they
that was, bearing in mind, this is supposed to be this is their second season.
Yes.
So it's supposed to get harder.
But
he's improved.
Improving. Yeah.
I
guess,
I like Villa though, man. I like the club. I like them in the Prem.
Yeah, they're doing all right, man. Yeah. 10th and 18 points when these
Villa Park.
I got a funny question though.
Please.
Are Aston Villa too cold for Benteke right now?
What, today's Benteke?
Benteke today.
Benteke, December 2020. Yeah, they're too gone for him.
Yeah.
That is a mad thing.
Watkins is better.
That's where I'm going right now.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah. Newcastle, West Brom. For me, I thought this would have been the most underwhelming game of the weekend. But again, I was proven wrong. Dwight Gale scored the winner on his first appearance of the season.
What a goal.
Mad header.
He scores every time he usually plays. You know? He needs a chance, like a proper 50,
Oh my
20
God.
games.
Do you know what? You know what's a shout? Do you know who should have bought him?
Sheffield.
Shout.
Instead of buying Brewster, they should have bought
Dwight.
fits.
Do you not think that Gale is, and there are a few players who kind of fit into this or fall into this category, who is in that, if they created a league between the Championship and the Prem,
he'd be the top.
Yeah, he'd kill it.
Do you remember Jordan Rhodes?
Jordan Rhodes, Cameron Jerome, Armchair Gaffers at home. Yeah, let us know players who prosper in a league between the Championship and the Prem. Yeah, I think Dwight Gale shines in promotion teams.
I think Dwight Gale. I think that I agree with that, but I do think in the right team, he could score bundles of goals in the Prem. I think it's just the teams he's played for.
Yeah, he's always in teams.
You're in Crystal Palace, come on, man.
And
West Brom. If you slapped him, all right, listen to this. If you slapped him in Leicester's team, he's bussing net.
Or Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds, he's bussing net.
Yeah.
All them chances, them Leeds. Yeah. Oh my God.
He probably puts away more than.
Think about Sheffield United
currently doing.
Even this is, I know this would never be, but for instance, look at those chances that Fabio Silva was getting the other day. Yeah. That he was nowhere near them. My man gets goals there.
That's mad. What do you think, Dwight Gale? Worth a punt?
But he's older than he looks.
He's my age. I used to play against him as a kid.
Yeah,
he was tiny and he was mental player from back then. But yeah, he's not young anymore, man.
Yeah. Last thing though, are we still doing that thing where we're pretending that we believe in our hearts that Everton or Wolves can get in the top 4?
Nah,
are we not pretending that?
We don't really. You don't hear it a lot anymore.
It's finished now.
Oh my God, Everton transfer window, Decore.
Maybe, yeah. When everyone was turning Decore into a world beater, great bit of business. We said it ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
You know what's the mess, yeah? Alan is a great bit of business.
Yeah.
James is a good bit of business. Decore is...
business.
Just business.
As usual.
Business as usual. Mad. The Magpies playing their first game for the first time in 2 weeks. Yeah, they took the lead after Miguel Almiron. Joe Linton assist.
Wait, the link...
the
link up was a mess.
It's starting to happen. It's like... We were wary and we weren't sure, but it's something is happening there.
Can I just say, Joelinton is so far. Spoiler alert. So we decided to do Premier League's best 11, current best 11 of the season so far, or whatever, and Premier League's most underwhelming 11 as well. Joelinton is so far off the list. He didn't even make it. He didn't even make the bench for the underwhelming list. Like he's in a different realm.
Joelinton, but he's trying to prove us wrong. Like I guess many have done before. But yeah, stay tuned. Towards the end of this episode, we'll get into our best 11 of the season so far and our most underwhelming.
Sorry, though. One other thing, yeah. This had me busting up here. So after he got the assist, there was like a counter, and there was like might have been like a 3-on-2 or something like that. It was good odds, and they had the double up. You know the overlap one.
Oh, when
you just slot it. Yeah. And he said, "Nah, fuck this. I'm shooting from outside the box on my lefty." Yeah. And man look at nuts, and he just had that smile on his face, like, you know what? I got my assist, so no one can tell me.
Yeah. I've done my goal. My contribution is done for the day. Cool. Anything else is a bonus.
I'm on MOT.
Confident player. Any save in West Brom? We think they're done. Conceded the most goals in the Prem, 25 so far.
Yeah. And you know what it is as well? Bilic. Do you know why he's getting relegated? You know when I knew he was getting relegated?
What did you see?
It's the blazer with the jumper combo.
And the hat.
The hat as well.
He's got the Scully on.
A bit wild.
Oh yeah, there've been some outfits this season. Lampard was one of them when he had the hat on in the rain. He had a hat and the school jacket. It just looked. It was early on in the season.
Sorry. Yeah.
He was already
the hat, man. The hat thing is crazy.
He's
but
not really. He's not that guy.
I saw Bilic with the suit jacket and the Scully. It was like an MY one or something. It was mad. So yeah, if he's leading the ship, then it's struggling.
Speaking of fashionistas,
where are you going with this?
Rob Green is keeping up with some fuckery.
We'll post it on our Instagram page. But I think over the last 2 weeks, he's gone left the field with it.
Has he got a stylist or is he just rocking
I don't know.
up to the
I'm not sure if with some like these teams, like you lose a bet, you got to do something. But if he has planned to do it, it's crazy. What the first outfit was?
The first thing was crazy, but me and you clocked it. But it weren't really bussing like that. And then do you know why? This is why it's techie, because he's going ham. Like, he's going so ham with the outfit,
It's got to be a plan.
That, man. Like, it's either he's doing this because he thinks it's cold, or someone is making him do it because they think it's cold and he's not noticing that he's looking mental.
It's crazy. Like.
Brother, he had on the white skating, he had on the serious nice suit. Nice suit, the man had a good suit.
Yeah, it's like you go to your mate's wedding with that. He had the tie as well, so he was
patterned, like boom.
Casual joint.
And then he's got on.
It's when they zoom out,
when they pan out a little bit, so you get like you're seeing him, and how he talks. He's sensible guy, and
his analysis
this is a bit. His analysis is deep.
Is hitting.
I'm like I'm like I'm there getting it. I'm getting it. I'm saying, hey, Rob Green's decent, you know. We might need to drop. Then they panned out. And he's got on the white skateboarding joints, The
laces,
with the black laces, and they're like that,
yoked up.
And you know why he's got no? He's one of them guys, He's got no. So you know, like you can't see the knot, and it's just tucked. The lace just disappears.
Style it, yeah.
So he's one of them guys that puts on the. You know when you put on your shoe and you do this one. Do that one.
Yeah, that's beats. Like, you do that in your school shoes. Yeah, that's licks. But yeah, let us know if you've noticed it. Friday he went in again. But I'm sure it's some sort of like joke. Also, one of your guys who we haven't really mentioned this season, Steve Bruce. Why don't you think he receives any plaudits?
Because he's just not fashionable. And do you know what?
It's just like
just Steve.
And you know what? When I think about it. He's been victim of this his whole career.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like Steve Bruce. Sorry. Hold on. Let me pattern up. If you pre it, like Steve Bruce was part of like that dominant United side, and he didn't used to play for England.
It's mad.
And there's no debate. Steve Bruce was
deserving.
Cold.
Yeah.
So when I think about it, it's just pretty much. It's probably something that he
personality.
He's just a stand-up guy, though.
He
He's
just
like
comes across maybe too nice, maybe.
What does that even mean, though, man?
He's a centre back.
I just feel he does deserve more credit.
Yeah, it does.
Like, and what he's working
For what
with
he's
as
done.
well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought was a bit mad? Yeah, he. You could argue did a better job than Benitez at points, and everyone just pretended like they didn't know.
Yeah.
These times
your face
when
don't fit, man. Sometimes
when Benitez was doing what he was doing, it was like, oh,
Bro,
Benitez, man,
he's saving us.
saving us, man.
yeah. Pedigree and words like that get mentioned.
And he just used to make the whole team just sit back.
All he did was
For
teach
90 minutes.
them how to not be dickheads.
Yeah.
That was it.
And Bruce has kind of got him scoring.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson back again. They win.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guy. Oh, he was on antics yesterday.
Mental.
Slamming into people.
He was
going
was
down.
hungry, innit?
Like, took a little yellow card, kicked the ball
He
off.
looked
He was
hungry.
on madness.
Do you know what's a bit techie? And I've realised this. Newcastle might be better without Sam Maximan.
Wow.
Mad, I know. Listen to what I'm saying, though. Because unless they play him in that fixed position on the left, when they give him any kind of
You say a license to roll.
License, yeah.
yeah.
it just gets and it just gets meaty.
Little
And then
exhibition.
you get a bit
sport
of
game.
him doing that, Joe Linton not doing much, and Almiron.
Not sure what he's on.
And bro, and then it just
Yeah.
And
Gucci
then you
Mats.
throw in like Jeff Hendrick.
That's a
Really?
random like
Where are we at?
addition. Yeah.
I like him,
It's-
though.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know why.
But
It's
it's
not like Westwood, that kind of player.
I like Westwood.
Yeah,
Them
man.
kind of guys that's like
No, Westwood is
no
Not
athletic,
brand.
Westwood's
no
not brand,
athletics,
yeah, no
but
brand,
they got tech.
nothing.
You see them score. a couple
Westwood is
screamers.
that cold white brother in your school.
Yep, all the tech.
All the tech. He can't hit it the
Can't
hardest.
move.
Can't hit it the furthest.
Hits it well.
But where he puts it is
Top notch.
Big up those kind of underrated players and Steve Bruce. Moving on to the Manchester derby. Not much to say on this, to be fair. Solskjaer said Manchester United displayed the best performance we have had in a derby since his tenure.
I'm sick of this guy, man. When's he leaving? When is he actually leaving, this guy?
I'd say, yeah, it was a game devoid of quality and excitement. Neither side were able to carve out any opportunities. United thought they had a pen after Kyle Walker fouled Marcus Rashford, but it was overturned due to a VAR ruling revealing that Sir Marcus was offside. Scorch, would you like to speak on this? You mentioned it in the WhatsApp group yesterday. Just that incident on Marcus Rashford being offside in a key passage of play.
don't know if I really want to talk about this, but alright, cool, I'll talk about it. But like when Rashford was offside, I hit you, I was like, that is what's stopping him from being elite. Like there's no logical reason to be offside. None.
But you're offside.
You think your top strikers
Stay
stay
offside.
well offside in that?
No. Like decent strikers. Demba Ba is onside there.
Fuck's sake.
You can see the line.
Yeah.
He can see the whole line.
You could, it's one of those where you can see it.
Bro, do you know what was mad? He's looking.
It's just easy. And he's a player that doesn't lack pace. Yeah, it's poor. It's poor.
I don't
forward
even
play.
think we should even.
Bare
Like,
space to run into.
Yeah, it's poor forward play. That's what it is.
horrible.
Really, yeah. SB, do you think it was a good response after the Leipzig disaster on Tuesday?
I take it we didn't lose, but performance-wise, you know what? I don't even think it was a game about Man United's performance so much. I think it was more about City and what City should have done.
Yeah, it was for them to take
It was
the
for them to
initiative.
take the
Yeah.
initiative more than
I
us.
feel like
to
they were
be-
there for the taking yesterday, and it's an opportunity missed.
We was
Yeah.
meant to be the ones. Man United was meant to be the ones for the taking as well, especially after Leipzig.
Yeah,
Question though, yeah. For me, this was what I was really looking for. Bruno versus KDB, and I wanted to see, is it KDP or Bruno Fernandes? But to be real, out of the two of them, I feel yeah, you got from them like what? How can I put this? I feel yeah, the game really reflected like what both of them are. So like the way KDB plays, yeah, can lead man to feel like he's maybe played better than he is.
Yeah.
And the way Bruno plays and played can lead man to think, right, he's a bit wasteful. But these times, they're both elite.
Yeah, you're right.
They're both elite. Like, all it is like, you know, KDB's nicer on the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno is, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I'm not like, you lot can't crush my ego.
No.
Yeah.
There's none
as
of
many
that.
times as I shoot and I miss,
Self-assurance is
I
99
will shoot
on that,
again.
Man. Yeah.
So what? But it was a tough one because when I initially I thought about it and I was like, I think KDB maybe edged it, maybe got the better of the game, and then I was like, but why though? Because he created chances that weren't like, you know, square pass across, just tap this in the net. He created a chance for someone to still. And I was like, Bruno did a bit as well, and I was thinking, just because no one scored, it doesn't mean that they didn't play well.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, for me, I feel like Bruno was as close to doing what he wanted to do as Kevin was as close to doing what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. There was one example of, KDB putting in a cross into an area.
Cross to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, there was no one there, and he kind of coated off Jesus.
Bro,
which I thought was a little bit poor.
He shouted that. He crossed to Jesus, yeah. He proved. I posted it in a group.
Mm-hmm.
When he done that, I was like, that proves he puts the ball in areas.
Yeah.
Like, people think Trent puts the ball in areas, so does KDB.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's spun in a different
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say KDB passes.
Mm-hmm. Poor game though.
Yeah. All in all, poor game. Should Van der Beek get his agent to say that he's leaving, as that seems a surefire way to get a start in Ole's starting 11?
Bro, what the fuck is going on? I'm tired
You know
of
what?
talking about
Every time Ole, his job's up for risk, he goes straight to McTominay and Fred. So there was no way we was gonna probably see Donny on the weekend because he had to.
Pogba started.
He had his job. His job.
Yeah, it's true.
His job is up.
Pogba's agent came out and said that Pogba will be leaving, and he started a big game against Manchester rivals.
That's what confused me because he didn't start Pogba against Leipzig. Pogba
Put him
came
off the
on and made a difference, and then you've started him now against City.
So is he back in? Is he back out?
Like, I don't know what the message is, but maybe he's not sending a message.
What-
Maybe
yeah,
He's just doing, yeah.
Maybe they're actually just telling the truth.
We shall see. On John Stones, quietly rebuilding form, solid performance. Yeah, with some like straightforward defending. Gareth Southgate was in the stadium. Does he make it to Euro 2020? Just a yes or no answer.
Stones.
He's
4-1, by the way, on
Is he?
some respectable.
previously on Armchair Gaffers. Yeah, someone was saying, John Stones should be in England's best 11. Everyone was mad. Oh, you can't, Scorch, you can't pick him. Walks, you can't pick him. He's not in the current England setup. Blah blah blah. I'm saying, bro, you lot want me to pick out of a group of players that includes Maguire, Tyrone Mings, and you lot don't want me to pick John Stones. This is mad.
Yeah.
It seemed mad then. It seems mad now.
So he's going to your Euro.
He's going to the Euros.
SB.
He's on the plane.
Okay, it's 4-1. The bookies are saying that he'll make it, so it's probably worth a bit of money if you got some lying around. Gamble responsibly. United sit 8th at the time of writing these notes on 20 points, and Man City 9th. United have failed to score in 3 home league games this season, one more than the whole of last season. Also, on Raheem Sterling, he extended his run of never scoring against Man United in 17 Premier League games. That's 10 more games than he's faced any other side in the competition without a goal.
I thought he was going to say he extended his hair. Did you see his hair yesterday?
No, decent trim.
You think it was decent?
Decent trim.
It was a bit wild.
It's something from like a film from the 90s, like a Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
Menace Society.
I saw on the TV, I was like, this is a bit brazy, but I thought, do your thing, man.
I'm all for
I'll
it.
be honest, more than anything, I was like, he's got more length than I realised. That was the main thing. That
Got more inches.
My main takeaway was like, I didn't know your hair was that long.
Maybe the beeswax that he was using before was probably too
Yeah.
compressing it. But yeah,
Gallum, you lot need to go find out what he's doing and build up your team.
his thing was different still. On to Everton and Chelsea. Everton won 1-0. Ancelotti said 2,000 returning fans made a total difference as his side ended Chelsea's 17-game unbeaten run with victory at Goodison Park. They were hosting supporters for the first time this season. Everton's hard-fought win came courtesy of Gylfi Sigurdsson, slightly forgotten man, his first half penalty after Mendy fouled DCL. Chelsea's second defeat of the season. They were denied the chance to go top and remain third at the time of writing. This was Everton's second win in 8 Prem games. Lampard said it provided a dose of reality to those who say his side can win the league. It's a long season. These people talking about us winning the league with the best squad, it is ridiculous. You have to look at the teams winning it the last 3 or 4 years. They have wingers, strikers scoring 30 or 40 goals. There are squads who have won leagues and Champions League, and we are clearly not that.
Deflection. Deflection.
Frank is playing it down big style.
Big style, isn't it?
Is he taking the fucking piss?
He is playing it down big style. And I like he's lowering expectations there.
You know when you were just saying all of that, I was thinking, am I still a bit high and drunk from a different day? Because what you're saying is sounding like breeze. Man said they've got players that... Brother, how much racks did man drop?
How many wingers have they got?
30 to 250 or something like that.
How many? No. Just on the right. How many options can you think?
At least 3.
On the left.
At least 3.
Yeah. Who's out of them and shit? None. Not shit.
No.
Their
Not
worst
shit.
one's probably Hudson-Odoi, who probably says their
Who
least.
Bayern Munich were breaking their backs to try and sign.
Yeah.
Like a England prodigy.
Frank, I'm gonna need you
It's that big
to
cap.
not say stuff like that. Yeah, for me. personally.
Crazy.
I guess there could be some substance in what he's saying. I saw something earlier today. Chelsea's 6 wins this season were against Burnley, who are 18th, Leeds, who are 14th, Sheffield United 20th, Newcastle 11th, 13th place, Crystal Palace, and Brighton 16th. Against teams in the top 10,
Nothing.
0 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses.
I'm not surprised.
Flat track Willie.
Because when all these Chelsea fans was getting excited about Chelsea's run, I was saying, yeah, it's a good run and everything, but you've not really played anyone.
But the
You
guys-
played Man United, you didn't really look
Horrible.
great.
Spurs.
And I thought Spurs is your next kind of test to see, like,
Did well to muzzle Kane and Son, I guess.
but didn't really look like they wanted to win the game when they was at home.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
So I
I'm
feel
gonna need to
tougher test to
yeah.
come. So yes, I'd say stay tuned on that once they start bucking the bigger teams because
you know what as well.
I didn't know that until today.
We're 11 games in, so that means your next 9 games
Are gonna be very tense.
gonna be
techie.
Tech Mundio.
They've not played them against Leicester.
Unbelievable.
They've not played a lot of half decent or the bigger teams anyway in the Prem. So let's see, Frankie boy.
So yeah, just I say watch that space.
No, let's go one better than that. What do you lot think? So when we get to
Game 22 or 11 games later.
when we get to game 19,
Okay, after the
we're at Chelsea.
You know what?
Ooh,
I see United. If United win their game in hand, I think United go above Chelsea.
I think Chelsea
So-
could end up being around
4th.
6th place. I've got a
Yeah,
feeling.
5th, 6th.
I took them out of my top 4 last week as well.
Not far off the top 4 though, but I think they're definitely challenging for top 4. I don't think they're challenging for the
He
league.
keeps saying it.
Now you said to me
It's mad because
that you've been bucking all these teams. This is who you've got to play the guys.
And they've
now.
been in form when they've been playing all these teams.
guys, yeah.
So
nice
why have you not
Champions
taken
League
the
progression?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say watch this space, guys. Everton had 28% possession in this match, their lowest on record in a single Premier League match. They went on to win.
They didn't look threatened that much.
2004. Yeah, they seemed like defensively stronger where they've been slacking recently. I think he played like 4 basically centre backs. Chelsea suffered their first Premier League away defeat of the season, with their last 2 defeats on the road coming on Merseyside, so they hate trips to Liverpool. Southampton, Sheffield United. Southampton won 3-0. Southampton moved into the Prem's top 4, swept aside the bottom club, Sheffield United. Shea Adams, Stuart Armstrong and Nathan Redmond condemned the Blades to their 11th defeat of the season, 1 point from 36. No team in the Premier League era has had so few points at this stage of the season and has gone on to avoid relegation. Sheffield United attempted 74 passes in the first half against Southampton, the fewest by a team in the opening 45 minutes.
Wait, what did you say? What?
They attempted 74 passes. And,
I thought he was talking about I was fixing the mic.
Yeah.
70 the whole team.
Yeah.
Why are they so bad?
Wilder,
gone,
Wilder
man.
just
Yeah,
embarrassed.
he's
Like he's
embarrassing.
just been embarrassing.
Are you not
me.
embarrassed?
It's tough. 3-0. If you're a Southampton fan, are you anticipating European football next year, or is that getting carried away?
I don't know about anticipating it.
Yeah.
I'd look forward to it. It's like as a Spurs fan, I'm hopefully looking forward to top 4.
Okay.
I don't like.
So Southampton fans, you'd feel the same way about them getting Europe.
Yeah. Top. What do you got to get? Top 7.
7
Yeah.
or 6, yeah.
And they're 4th at the minute. After
They get Europe.
just under a third
That'll be
this
good
season.
for them. But I don't think they'll get Europe. I don't.
Oh no.
Nah,
Fair
you got
play.
the Leicesters and them kind of
Jagielka
teams.
was the oldest player. Sheffield United's Jagielka was the oldest player, outfield player to start a Prem game since Paul Scholes in 2013. 38 years, 177 days.
He's 38, Jags.
Yeah.
And
Last
this-
year he was getting a lot of plaudits, but I feel like a year later down the line,
Mate.
it's probably
He can't be playing
not great. Yeah.
in the Premier League at 38, Jags.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, no wonder why they got 1 point. It's
on,
making
yeah.
sense why they got 1 point.
Like, can we actually look at some of their transfer business?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild.
Deontay Wilder
It's
is.
tough. Yeah, I think they're done for.
And they're spending P.
Could be. Crystal Palace Spurs 1-0. Jeffrey Schlupp scored a late Crystal Palace equaliser after a mistake by Hugo Lloris to deny leaders Tottenham victory before their top of the table game at Liverpool on Wednesday. Probably biggest game in the season so far. Kane put Spurs on course for a 6th win in 7 with a shot from 30 yards out, which I think Guaita should have saved. Palace hit the post through Eze, who looked really good.
Had a good game.
And then deservedly equalised, when Schlupp bundled in the equaliser. Guaita made 6 saves, the best coming from an Eric Dyer free kick late on. 11 games unbeaten for Spurs, but it will feel like 2 points dropped, I believe. After the match, Mourinho was asked about Lloris's mistake, and he said Hugo is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League.
To be honest, I don't think that was a mistake. I just think the delivery was mad.
Yeah.
I
He
think
could
it was
have done
great
better,
delivery.
but the delivery, the anticipation of someone's going to touch the ball, it's just, it happens, man.
You'd hope your captain,
Like, I want
experienced
more.
captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like,
It's harsh.
I guess as a Spurs fan, you happy with the result?
no, being honest, because I feel like if I just look at Spurs from our point of view,
Yeah.
it's like, this is a team that you could beat, you should beat, and also when you look around at what else has happened with other clubs, it would have been massive getting a step ahead on everyone. But then on the flip side, if you're gonna not win a game,
Yeah.
if you're gonna drop points, essentially, you want to drop them when everyone else is. So
It kind of worked out. Yes.
on
Fortuitously.
a luck thing.
They're an annoying team, though. Crystal Palace do take a lot of points from
Yeah, and
the
I
big
think they'll
boys.
continue to do so.
Yeah,
this
so
year.
I don't think it's that bad for Tottenham
Yeah,
getting a draw.
especially at
Because you reckon they'll take.
They'll take
so
points
much.
off. Yeah, they'll take
and
points.
with fans back
with fans as well. Yeah,
we
because
noticed.
fans made a difference today with that as well. With
Up.
that Crystal Palace game.
Both the Palace and the Fulham game.
Yep, Fulham Liverpool
I
as
reckon
well.
if Fulham ain't got fans, they don't hold on.
No chance in hell. I think it makes a massive difference. And I think on probably like 2 episodes, mentioned the stats whereby fans on in the stadium, so away wins were better than home wins, and I think we'll probably start to see that change. Also, do you think Spurs replicated like previous setups, score first, sit in? Would you prefer Spurs to be more cutthroat against teams of Crystal Palace's standard? No offense to the Eagles.
To be honest, I think when the game started, I don't think we was doing that whole drop off whatever thing. We was just playing the game. But when we scored, it was like, right, safe. Really, we should have pushed on. I think what I would much rather prefer to see is to have 2 definitive styles of play or approaches to games where we need to not be afraid, man. Like, we need to not be afraid. And I feel like it's like, cause like man's almost overcompensating just a little bit. But when you're not losing games, it's, I feel like we need to work more on destroying the teams that we know that we're capable of beating. It's like, we know that we're capable of beating them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just work out a simple way of doing that, like that we can repeat at scale.
Yeah, people are saying it's reminiscent of early Mourinho at Chelsea, like 2-0, chill.
United as well, some parts as well.
Yeah, he's not really a man that goes and looks for the
kill.
Yeah, 6, 7s, even
Fours,
though we're going at Old Trafford. But yeah, that's just something I guess to consider. But Wednesday, massive game against Liverpool in the midweek Prem games.
Can I just say one thing quickly? Yeah?
Yes.
The Arsenal game is going on right now against Burnley.
What's the score?
They have 10 men.
Who have 10 men?
Arsenal have 10 men. Xhaka's been sent off. Not only has Xhaka been sent off, Arsenal are losing now 1-0 to Burnley.
Oh my God!
We don't do this on purpose.
And it's the
just,
75th. It's the 75th minute.
People said this was a game they cannot lose, but they can.
They are.
On the way here, I was saying to SB, yeah. On the way here, I was saying to SB,
This is
like,
mad.
I couldn't believe, yeah, that man was saying. I don't know if it was on the TV or the radio or wherever it was that I heard it. A man was saying, Burnley will feel disappointed if they come away from the Emirates without something.
But they...
Who the fuck?
Yeah, how
what
does
the
this
fuck
happen?
is going on?
What alternative universe are we living in?
But
All week I've been saying and speaking to Arsenal fans and whatnot and saying, yeah, you turn it around.
Yeah.
I think this is where Aubameyang clicks and whatnot, and I was wrong.
like, I've been saying to my brethren, yeah,
Wild.
I've been saying to a man, yeah, like Arsenal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal could be the new AC Milan if they're not careful, and that doesn't mean you get relegated.
Mm-mm.
It just means you go to the depths of meadiness.
The depths of the
That
depths.
takes 10 years to bounce back from your meadiness.
It's been a while, man.
Bad.
But I guess 50 minutes left, so we'll see the result.
You know what's even more
At the
concerning?
end of this, that's what's gone.
Like, the most concerning thing about all of this.
They're actually the relegation battle.
There's- the one thing that absolutely made me realise, it's mental, is that all of this is going on, yeah, and Arteta's not under pressure.
Spurs duo Harry Kane and Son Heung-min have now combined for 12 goals in the Premier League this season. Only Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton have linked up for more in a single season. They're on 13, so they are going to absolutely smash that and become the most lethal partnership in the Prem. Fulham and Liverpool. Liverpool drew 1-1 with Fulham. I say plucky Fulham. Fans were allowed back in the stadium, and I think they reaped the rewards of that. Liverpool, so far this season, they've dropped 11 points so far. They only dropped 15 all last season.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
It's a crazy
Got
crazy
moaning
season.
again, innit?
Yeah, his reaction after... Actually, I was arguing with Black J, big up yourself. He said, don't ever mention Bobby Reid as one of Fulham's attacking forces. Because last week, SB, you said, rightfully so, you said Fulham have more attacking threat than the people around them. And I agreed. And I added Bobby Reid to that. And Black J quoted me off. He said, don't ever mention Bobby Reid. And he's a Liverpool fan.
Shut his mouth
Bobby
today,
Reid scored
innit?
today.
Yeah. Jay, you should know better. As a man I know that rates the champ, you should know better.
Yeah.
That strike was fucking
Crazy.
Good goal,
unstoppable.
man.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
Good.
Another injury scare for Liverpool. Matip had to come off at half time. Henderson and Fabinho ended the game playing centre back.
That is...
And they're still managing to put points on the board. When do we think that it's going to become too much for Liverpool, or will they just carry on cruising through these issues?
It's hard to think who's going to compete with them this season. I thought City, but they had a little bounce, but I don't. City just looks soulless right now, so I don't think it's going to be City. So I can only really see Tottenham really competing with them.
Leicester, what's the Leicester score right now? They were 3-0 up when we last checked.
That's amazing, Bans.
Yeah, I think.
You don't believe that there's any chance that Leicester could put up?
No, I think
Take over
Liverpool.
another-
I think Liverpool will just go through, cut through.
Do you know what? What I
crazy.
realised yesterday? Was it yesterday or today, Dan?
What's
that
that?
man was... Brother, I'm there like, man's talking about all the things, whatever. Like Liverpool, they're not the same. And Brother, I looked at the fucking table
They're
and they're there.
cool, man.
They're all whatever bad
Massive.
things
Yeah,
man are
yeah.
saying.
They're
I hear all of it, but they're at the top of the table.
I'm not seeing it. Yeah. Jota also out for 2 months.
Look,
That was confirmed yesterday.
Mane isn't playing good.
Struggling.
Mane's off form. Firmino isn't all that.
Full stop.
He's not all that. Jota's injured. Matip got injured. Gomez got injured. Van Dijk got injured. Alisson got injured. Thiago, fuck me.
Trent
I don't know
and
what's
Robertson's
going on.
just come back now.
Trent and Robertson got injured.
Matip now.
I
Who
think
had
I've said
COVID?
Matip.
Someone had COVID. So one of them had COVID.
Mo had COVID for a bit.
Oh yeah,
Shaqiri
he
had
had COVID.
COVID.
Shaqiri's injured as well.
The Ox is back in the squad though.
Just
so
now.
No, but he was injured. I'm saying.
So that's
I'm at 13 man.
They've had a bad time.
Like this
but they're
is
still in the
nuts.
mix. Heaven.
They're not in the mix. They're
they're
at the
there.
top of the table.
Yeah.
That's why I just feel like once their players start coming back slowly and gradually,
That they're not playing as well. They're underperforming without full squads. They're at the top of the table. I can only assume that when they get when they have a full complement, something's going to change.
yeah,
Because they can't play shit without their players forever. It can only get better, surely.
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, I guess credit to Klopp and his coaching staff because people just slot in and they still manage to navigate all the obstacles in front of them. But that wraps up our weekend reaction. We also have a team of the season segment which we will go through now. And this is just a combination of people who have performed well, who we believe it's not based on stats and stats alone. It's based on the infamous eye test. And our team is a 4-3-3, starting with Martinez from Villa in goal. I think it's joint top clean sheets so far.
Played good as well today.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a leader, you know.
I like him. And when I guess he had his audition at Arsenal when Leno was out, something about him made me think this guy's proper. He shouldn't really be a number 2. It might not be at Arsenal.
I was low key feeling like, fuck, they've patterned it.
Sorted. Yeah.
I thought, fuck, they've patterned it, and then they sold him.
I put Leno in there. Thank you.
This is why I rate Arsenal Football Club.
Fair play to Martinez for making our best 11. So he is our goalkeeper. Our right back is Reece James.
Mr. Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Anyone push him close there? Anyone so far this season?
Do you know what? I
In the
think
right back
Aurier's
spot?
been quite good, you know.
Very. I think he's been
good.
good under Mourinho, full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doherty came in to try and pressure him.
He was meant to be the guy, innit?
Doherty was... So Aurier's supposed to be playing somewhere in
Thursdays
Italy.
he's meant to be playing
Yeah,
as well.
in Italy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Thursdays in Italy.
Yeah.
It's like, but somehow, it's mad. Like, he's just helped him push on.
No.
But yeah.
Got to respect it. Thiago Silva is our first centre-back.
Yeah.
We changed Chelsea.
We thought that he might have been meme material, possibly, after that West Brom nightmare first half.
I was thinking...
What's
This
going
could
on here?
be funny. But
Yeah.
he's come in, settled the ship. So much experience, so much quality. And I think they're trying to get him to extend his current contract there.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer is one that Scorch, the Tottenham fan, wasn't sure about including. But for me,
not sure.
you're
me
very
as well.
Scorch is very sure. I thought, Eric Dyer deserves a shout, considering that he has taken an absolute kicking in the past from Spurs fans to the point of having to go into the crowd to talk about it. But he is Mourinho's man. Mourinho tried to get him when he was at United. 60 million. I don't know how much his market value is right now.
16.
1.6.
16.
1.6.
Ah, I thought you said
Young,
16.
I think he can speak Portuguese.
He's finding his value.
Continental
Flair.
tutoring.
Man said flair. Man had this... Is that what man are calling it when you fucking shank it off the pitch?
And header the ball to the halfway line. I think he's had a very good season, considering that he probably didn't expect to play a lot this year.
Yeah.
Our left back is a player in his debut Premier League season. There were a few other people we considered, but we said Reguilon. Impressed with him?
Do you know why I like Reguilon? whenever he's about, it's just a hype thing.
Yeah, it's actually constant 100 miles per hour.
It's just a hype thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hype thing going
around,
forwards or backwards, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like man's missed that energy with Ben Davies. And
He had it with Rose.
Say
Yeah, he
reminiscent
used to have
of
it.
Rose in his
Prime.
No.
We're going too far.
No.
Yeah,
we're going too far.
because that Rose was
Too far too soon. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I don't say Reguilon is cold. I just think he's messed. Like he's not like I don't know how good he is. I just know he's bare hype. And as long as the ball doesn't go in the back of the net, I'm here for
You're
it.
cool with it.
He's a good
Fair
left
play. We had Chilwell pushing him close there. Who else did we have?
Sure.
Shaw got a mention from me.
Yeah.
Very, very underrated on the ball. Saw a stat yesterday about his line breaking passes. I think he's top 4 defenders in the Prem.
Breaking the lines.
It's mad. But on the eye, do you know what I'm getting on the eye?
What are you getting?
He's
Lethargic.
a hard man now. He's
He's gone bald.
He's like he's a
Back to basics.
When I watched the Tottenham United game, I clocked. Oh my god, Shaw's doing the hard man thing.
kicked someone that was running away from him.
Smashed them nasty.
Yeah,
as
That's
well.
when I clocked. This is not the
This
same.
ain't the guy.
Like you see all the things that Jose put him through, all fucking
Bullying.
Van Gaal put him through.
Yeah.
Bro, he's
Bullying fat boy.
he's PTSD.
He's angry now.
He's changed.
And yeah, yesterday against City, did well against Mahrez. And
Nothing.
they brought on Ferran Torres, who tried to outpace him straight away. Didn't get the better of him. Shaw considered going off, but I think some of his teammates said, "Nah, you're staying on," and he got through the game. I think he did really well.
He doesn't get beaten that much when you
Not
do
a lot,
think about
man.
it.
You'd
by
think he'd get
wingers.
roasted because of
The
his
way
like,
he
barrel
gets,
chest and
yeah.
whatnot and size, but he's done all right. But this goes to Reguilon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the midfield. Midfield 3.
Ooh.
Our defensive midfielder is Declan Rice.
Has to be.
I think that is probably... It's close to a 3 from 3 vote. I don't think we had anyone really pushing him that close for that spot.
Nah, young Deki Rice is what I like to call a boss of men.
For a youngster as
For a
well.
A
youngster.
boss
Don't
of
get a lot of that.
men. He will go on the pitch with men and boss them. That is
It's a good talent to have
a
for a
good trait.
defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
And he can kind of play.
He
as
can
well.
he's not that
Bro,
bad on the ball.
he can play. He can play.
He can play. Man. I
And his
like
technique
Deki.
is sound.
Because initially when he came on the scene, I was like, what's all this fuss about? And this Deki Rice guy I keep hearing about and whatnot. And Chelsea.
Oh, he's been
chasing him.
bossing. I
Yeah.
don't care when you boss things with your other little friend. them.
But he's here on the big stage and he's standing
He
up.
gets around
and
the
being
middle, man.
done. Yeah.
He's got an engine.
Yeah,
He just
gets-
complete,
'cause he
man.
I'll see him up the field, and I'll see him doing a last ditch tackle at the back. Then
This season, he's going the forward runs.
yeah,
No, I'm respecting him, man.
Nah, Deki's cold.
Bruno is our shout.
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
Bruno
All of the
Fernandes.
metrics,
Bruno Fernandes.
all of the leadership qualities. I don't think this one can be argued. There will be this one.
I feel like he's the kind of man that didn't need you to give him the Player of the Month award because he
He gets
believes
it every month
that
in his head.
yeah, he said.
he's like, oh, like when they give it to someone else, yeah, because what it is, sometimes they have to share the
You
thing.
gotta bless it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He understands. This one is a young, talented English midfielder.
Grealish.
No. We've gone for Mason Mount.
Macy. I went for my boy Mace.
We've gone for Mason Mount.
Alright, I need to know if you lot are with me in the comments. Let man know, Mount or Grealish in a 3.
Let us know. Moving on to our forward line. Unbelievable forward line. Well, we have Mo Salah, who some people probably think he's having a bit of a quiet season and whatnot.
The Egyptian god.
He's on 10 goals
Egyptian
already.
god. Put the numbers up on
10
the board.
goals easily, yeah, as he does. So that's 10 goals for Mo Salah. And there are 2 spots remaining. And these 2, as we expressed earlier, come as a pair. So it's Son and Kane to finish off our best 11 of the season so far. Please let us know below where we got it right, where we got it wrong. I think we've got it right.
Honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions.
Danny Ings.
Yes. Danny Ings.
Should have.
Just a true story in comeback.
Never give up.
I think this is also the story of his career slightly. Like, you know, you're kind of popping, you got close, but we've had to put in Kane and Son. And now you've got injured, so that might, when we do it at the end of the season,
Who knows?
you might not even get in.
Yeah.
Sad.
Big up Danny Ings, though, man.
Fofana.
One of my ones to watch is from a few weeks ago. Young centre back, first season in the Prem, at Leicester, bossing it really.
Yeah.
Decent trim as well. Little, I think he's dyed it white, Buki.
Wait, when he got the dye, when he hit it with the dye, I was like, "Who's this new guy?" And then it was like, he kept.
He's in his bag. He's feeling himself right now. We have included Jack Grealish on our bench.
Yeah. Couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Couldn't go ahead of Mason.
Let us know.
I think he should have been in the team.
In the number
Ahead
8.
Mason Mount.
Fair. Tariq Lamptey is our backup defender.
Shooing.
Just
Great start to the
who
season.
could push on to be England's right back in future. I think he's pushed himself into the conversation. And our final sub is Souček, who is continuing to boss games for West Ham and chip in with goals. The new Fellaini.
Do you know?
He chips in with goals. He actually chips in with goals, you know, Souček.
Does his bit, man.
He does his bit.
He's just like a crazy bit of ammunition to have at set pieces. Like, it's just unfair.
him,
almost.
Ogbonna. They've got like Moyes is bringing back that Everton Tim Cahill
Oh
punching,
my God,
punching the corner flag vibe.
I just clocked.
Bringing it back.
That's who we should have had instead of Dyer. Ogbonna. I would have felt like that.
Would you have Ogbonna over Eric Dyer?
Yes, no.
And the manager for that team is Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Damn
Big
right.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Damn
There's
right.
No real arguments there for me. Having a great season, proving the doubters wrong, and who knows, where he could take Southampton.
And you know what? You see, at the start of the season, man was saying, I rate Ralph, but obviously I was saying that I rate Ralph Bear, but I can't tell guys to rate
take
him
it in.
because
Yeah.
like Spurs game, like we said, every now and then
Susceptible
he
to
doesn't mind
Doesn't
getting
matter.
absolutely raped. However, though,
Absolutely.
he's just managing to just like he's so used to it now. He's just brushed it off, and
It's
now
part
he's top
of
four.
the cycle
Part
that
of
he's
the
in.
circle
So,
of the progression.
He's all of that. And now on to our worst / underwhelming 11. The criteria for this is varied. It could be personal grievances. It could be mistakes, errors, vibes. Players who are just vibes players.
just
So we're going to fly
vibes.
through it. Ramsdale in goal for Sheffield United.
Poor. We don't need
It's hard to even.
I need to know though, Sheffield United. I need to know what was the thinking behind. You know what? We're in a relegation scrap, I reckon, this season. Or we could be. So what I think we should do is let's go buy the goalkeeper that got relegated.
mad.
He's probably just used to getting peppered.
And he was getting absolutely peppered at Bournemouth that year as well.
And not cold. Normally
you can kind of bust off of
you can bust off of being peppered.
Yes,
He's not
Jordan Pickford at Sunderland comes to mind. Yeah,
you're getting quenged and not making no saves.
Yeah, he had to be there.
This is a mad combo.
Ramsdale, poor
to be
kid. Our right back is Hector Bellerin. Said he will plant a tree. I think this was sometime last year, towards the end of last season. Plant a tree for every time Arsenal win. Someone let us know how many trees have been planted since he said
Mate, he's in the desert then.
Why are you not having it, SB?
Mate, how are you a professional footballer and you can't throw the ball into the pitch?
Oh, it's the foul throws that got him on.
Not only that, like
5 so far.
his whole contribution, like remember like at first when he came on the block, I thought like bit of pace. He's lost his
Big
pace.
injury.
He had a big injury. He's lost his pace. He can't defend. He can't attack. Whenever I've seen him cross the ball, like Arsenal fans will probably know about this. When he crosses the ball, I don't think he's ever had an assist.
He just floats it.
He just floats it to the other team. Like, just
fucking
floats it.
Product of La
to the-
Masia as well, right?
I fucking despise man that do
Bruh.
float crosses.
Hangy ones.
Someone in the comments
Float it into the near
get
post.
Bellerin's
You're
crossing
fucking-
stats.
Near
'Cause
post.
literally, I've
Yeah,
never
I
seen
know, yeah.
anyone miss his own team as much as he does. Like, he couldn't find a cross in the church.
I'm gonna have to pre-Bellerin. You know what it is though? You see when you watch Arsenal, there's so much
Going
so
on,
much
innit?
going on.
Yeah, you don't even just
So
take
he's
him
cut
in,
through.
but
I ain't really clocked
give
this
him
thing.
the player cam, and I'm telling you.
I'm gonna pre-Bellerin.
Well, he should be there.
Our first centre back is Aymeric Laporte.
Been overrated, hasn't he?
People were saying he was
he's overrated.
People were saying he was
saviour.
the best centre back in the world. Could rival Van Dijk for that title and was rivaling Van Dijk for that title, but he seems to have dropped out of favour and has made a few errors. And Pep doesn't rate him.
He was meant to be the saviour to company, wasn't he? Or the heir to the
replacement
throne.
once he's gone
But-
long term.
I don't know if it's the injury or
It's harsh.
Because at the minute he's not out of the team based on
he's
injury.
he's fit and healthy. He's available to play today.
just not playing.
Yeah, but Pep doesn't think he's good enough
Yeah.
They've been getting clean sheets though recently. I think Man City. I think
because they've been playing John
So,
Stones.
yeah.
About him, and yes, his
Like, and can we just be
Exclusion.
clear? Laporte, we've included Laporte, not because he's not good,
No.
because it's underwhelming. Like that's what it is. Is at the minute, Laporte was lauded as the guy to come in and change things and whatnot, and he did have a massive impact. However, he's now behind John Stones, who's currently not even at England international.
someone who's very much out in the cold.
Yeah.
Our second centre back, who's going to partner Laporte, is Victor Lindelof, the Iceman.
how he even got a nickname.
Why has he got a nickname?
It's because
That-
he's just from Scandinavia, and like
He's called the Iceman and he does nothing cool.
area vibes.
There's nothing cool about Lindelof.
I think he plays all right in Champions League games at times. There's something there, but underwhelming is describes it.
Any
You know why I don't like this guy? He's fucking shit. All right, he's not shit. You shouldn't. I'm not calling man shit.
He's shit.
He's not shit.
Well, I'm saying he's shit.
That's poor for me to say that.
I'm
But
it's not poor from me.
separating
He's
myself from
fucking
these
shit.
Victor Lindelof, yeah, is so average. It's painful for a start. He's not he's not exceptional in any one thing. He's not
Yeah.
sick at anything. That's one thing I'll say. But then this is the thing that kills me. Yeah, he doesn't deal with his aerial duels how he should do.
He can't header.
He doesn't deal with his one-on-one duels how he should do.
Gets bullied.
His passing, sometimes it leaves a bit to be desired. Like as in, like he will really take a bit long. Not on a Harry Maguire, I'm dribbling thing. Like just he's gonna turn that. He's just not quick in it, and then he's gonna pass it, but he's not gonna punch it safe side or into for you to open that or what. He's just gonna get the ball from A to B, maybe, and then on top of all of that, when he underweights the pass to you, then you got to come onto it and you get fouled and you drop and you're kind of last man, but you've won the free kick, yeah? He is that guy that's got the cheek to like be doing bare gestures and like he's upset with
He's
you.
trying to be a leader. I've
He
seen
is
it.
a fucking neek of neeks.
Yeah.
He's the
Lindelof.
leader of neeks.
Let us know what you think about Lindelof. Big transfer fee it was as well, to be fair, from Benfica.
shit.
Our left back is Lowe from Sheffield United. It probably doesn't need much more explanation on that. We're going to move into our midfield. Onto our captain of the worst / underwhelming 11. And the captain, SB, gave him the armband.
He
and it goes
deserves
to Kai Havertz,
The whole armband he does.
a player who has an astronomical transfer fee, big billing, came from Germany, was tearing it up. Scorch, I remember, I said he's tearing it up and you're like, he's got the same amount of goals as Dele Alli, I don't care, kind of thing. And right now, I see where you're coming from. So yeah, Kai Havertz is our captain. Any redeeming features?
I don't know how he's gonna. I don't know what he's
That
gonna
is-
do to save himself
There's
right
not
now.
much, is there?
Maybe just the first season syndrome is the only thing that's gonna save him.
Do you
this year.
get a season to settle in when you're worth 90 or people pay that much?
In my eyes, no. Because why are you worth that much if you can't
Yeah.
adapt?
For me, I give man Boxing Day. That's just my rule.
Okay.
Boxing Day. So by Boxing Day, from then there on, there's no stuff.
Excuses.
So I understand if you're a striker, you're not going to give me 30 goals a season.
Yeah.
But you need to be showing me the signs that you're capable of that.
Yeah.
You get me?
Okay.
But with Havertz though, do you know what it is? Like, it's not going right for him in the sense of it might just be luck or whatever. But it's that with his playing style. I can already see they're going to just copy and paste. Hold on one sec. Let me just go into my archives. Where's that article I wrote about Mesut Ozil?
Yeah.
Copy, paste. Oh,
Just
no,
take the
shit.
words, change the names.
Yeah.
Highlight,
Kai
yeah,
Havertz, captain. Boom. And they're just going to say the same thing about him. Oh, he doesn't run enough. He
Oh,
doesn't.
you can see it. So, Kai, if you're watching, step it up because you don't want to get those
Yeah.
kind
Once
of
the press
criticisms.
get onto him,
Bro, it's
gonna be
peak
over for him
because
once
it's
the
not
press
his
gets in.
style. The only thing he can do is if he just watches a bit of Harry Winks,
Yeah.
and then that's how you cut through. Just do a bit of what he does.
Roll the sleeves up.
What? Roll the sleeves up.
Yeah.
If you just look sharp, look. If you do that,
Show willing. Yeah.
what?
Nah, fair play. Yeah, Kai, if you're watching, man,
Get the shoulders, man.
some tips. Van der Beek, not much to say
Doesn't play.
on it. Doesn't really play much.
He shouldn't be in this team.
And this isn't on quality or performance, even though he was poor against West Ham in the 10 role, but it's been underwhelming thus far. Can't break into United 11, really.
But why are we playing like you've got Bruno Fernandes and Pogba in your team and Juan Mata? Why are we playing Donny van der Beek in the 10?
Needs to get out.
Subtotally.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Our next player who completes our midfield three is Thiago Alcantara.
Why is he here?
This is based on, I guess, the transfer not being underwhelming, I guess. It just hasn't really started just yet. Showed signs, came on Chelsea. The most passes completed by any player in the world ever. Everyone was going crazy for it.
Remember that
Merseyside derby, his fellow countryman, or I guess his native countryman, Brazilian. I guess because Thiago plays for Spain, but we know about his father. He rattled him like just towards the final whistle, and we haven't seen Thiago since.
Gone.
How many games has he played?
2.
I'm leaning towards 2, 3.
1.5,
in
innit?
the Prem.
Fucking hell.
It's tough.
The
Man.
forgotten man.
He's the
Yeah.
vice captain.
But he's the vice captain
Yeah.
of this squad. Moving forwards, where it all gets just horrible, becomes horrible. It's just, I don't want to read it out. Aubameyang starts out on the left for us.
Horrible. He's had a horrible day again today because he scored their own goal.
Oh, my God, you're chatting.
No,
You're chatting.
What?
It was an Aubameyang own goal.
I can't get into it.
So yeah.
Ass bonkers.
We might have to. He's trying to take the captaincy.
Yeah, him and Kai are
tussling.
fighting for it in
If
the
Kai
tunnel.
gets subbed off, then
Yeah.
He's telling Kai, "Listen, I'm the senior pro. I've been doing this."
He's club captain, Oba Martial
He's close.
as well. Horrible season, like just so bad. Came off against West Ham, didn't play in the Champions League. I thought he'd be out for longer. Then I saw him on the bench yesterday.
I thought he was injured
He hurt
until I
someone.
saw him come off the bench. I said, "So we have him on the bench.
So he was,
He's here."
I was having a big up Matt Haynes, my manager.
Mm-hmm.
Big argument with Matt at the start of the season, and I'm saying, "Nah, Martial's decent, man." Like he's like, "Nah, we need to go again." Yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna get from Martial. He's like,
don't know.
he might not give me 10 goals this season. I said, "Whatever."
don't need that.
Are you mad?
Yeah, you're crazy.
This is Martial. You got mad. He's going double digits. Normal.
quickly.
He's got no goals this
He wasn't
season.
moving
I think
mad, man.
he's got less than 10 shots on target. I think.
Bro, it's like December the 11th.
Yeah, we're getting close, man. Yeah. Scorch's Boxing Day deadline is 13 days away as we record this. And the final player to complete our underwhelming, disappointing, poor 11 of the season so far.
It's mad the way everyone just is ignoring this.
It's going under the radar. It's Gareth Bale.
Oh, it's the golfer.
He's done.
It's the top goal.
It is Gareth Bale.
He's just doing top goal.
There's not much. There's nothing to even say.
Like, where is he?
I can't talk about Prem
Top
appearances.
golf in Chigwell. That's where he is.
You know what I got? You know what I got in my notes? I've got nothing. It just says Bell 2021 question mark. Because it's not a 2020.
It's not a 2020.
Even when he
Not at
plays,
all.
it's like it's not that he's doing nothing. Not that he's doing rubbish, but it's like, what are you doing?
He looks like he's Bonazoot.
Yeah, he's just there cutting through. He's
But everyone
just-
keeps. Last week they alluded to him being happy because he was smiling on the warming up on the bed. Like I'm just thinking, that's not what he came here for. He didn't come here
He was
to
smiling.
smile.
He was smiling in Madrid,
Warming
weren't
up.
he?
Yeah,
He was happy.
yeah.
He was just playing golf.
Do you know what was getting to me?
It's
Yeah?
crazy, man.
Earlier on in the season, yeah, they like maybe like after like the first 6 or so games, they kept saying, you know, and and they're like, and you know, a front who's got a more exciting front three in the world than Son, Kane, and Bell. And I kept thinking, why are we saying?
Why are you saying Bell?
Why are we saying Bell?
He doesn't play.
Why?
Yeah.
When was? I don't know.
Number 9 as well.
Fair play.
And he's got. Listen.
9 shirt as well.
I was rattled. I knew this was Buki. You see, when I saw him rocking the 9, I was like, "This is not good, man.
Doesn't sit well with you.
This is a bad idea, man."
But yeah, I guess that wraps up our 11. We have some honourable mentions on our bench. We have Dele Alli.
What a myth.
Came off the bench today. It's one of his first. I think it's his 3rd Prem appearance this season.
I thought it was his time as well. I thought this is his time, this
to
is the pitch where he done the little flick,
replicate
volley.
the flick goal and he
Like, I
restarts
thought,
his career. There's probably a little bit.
Yeah.
For a little
probably a little
5
bit of
minutes might get that little special.
Nah.
Not today. We have also Nathan Ake, got his dream move to Man City in the summer, was hardly ever injured for Bournemouth.
Nathan Ake, who I regularly was gassing.
Yeah. I expected him to either replace Mendy or possibly push Diaz to partner Laporte, and it just hasn't materialised.
Nope.
So, yeah, big up Nathan Ake on that one. We also have Rhian Brewster, former Liverpool star boy.
Poor lad.
25 million move to Sheffield United, who sit bottom of the table. It is just.
I feel sorry for him.
Just
Man.
not on.
It's like a Middlesbrough thing next.
Yeah. How's he going to get any chances in that
He's in the
Sheffield team
school
as
of,
well?
Greenwood, Foden's, like I mentioned, Curtis Jones, those kind of players, mentioned with those guys. And
But he should have chilled.
He might be with Solanke and them man now, boy.
Yeah,
be careful,
man. Because you know what it is? Sometimes, once you enter the other group chat, it's fucked.
Yes, look.
Like, you can't get out.
Can't get out. Yeah, it's hard to get out.
It's crazy. Willian is on the bench as well for the underwhelming, poor, disappointing average 11. It just hasn't worked. This was the fear that a lot of people had. Some Chelsea fans mentioned it, that he's not the player that he once was.
A lot of Chelsea fans said this.
Hey, big up Mike Elias, because he said to man, he's been saying for quite some time.
Yeah.
Like when Arsenal, there was an argument that went off in the group chat, and one of man's brethren, Mike, is going ham saying like that is a bad signing. Like not a case of this is a great. It's not like
okay or a gap.
Yeah, no, this is bad.
Is horrible.
Yeah, this is a bad idea. And man's other brethren, Arsenal fans, obviously, are going mad. They're saying not that it's a cold signing, but it's just calm signing.
Free.
And
Prem experience.
Winner.
Winning mentality. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
But a little bit now.
It's mad.
That Fulham opener, start of the season, 3 assists. The same thing happened to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan got 3 assists for Arsenal on his debut, and we know how that worked out.
Yeah.
It seems to be going a similar way for Willian.
Willian just looks like he's just like he's at Arsenal now. He's got his little stay in London. He can get his passport and whatever now.
He's got his stay.
He's got his stay now. He's got his passport.
That's all that matters.
The whole EU thing. He's got his passport. He's happy.
Yeah.
He's got no one's gonna cuss him at Arsenal because like the fans ain't gonna get onto him. It's not gonna be like Chelsea where you're getting abused.
It means something.
Yeah, it means something. Like they don't care. So he's just gonna prance around there for another 2-3 years now.
Is there life left in Willian? Let us know. And the final sub for our team is Traore.
Yeah.
Adama, man.
Poor lad.
It's not been a great season so far. People were saying top clubs were sniffing around. I don't imagine that to be the case right now.
But he kind of got X though, because he weren't getting played because he wasn't signing his contract extension. But I think in the mix of not playing, now he's lost form.
Makes sense.
You might sign that ASAP.
Podence.
There's Podence. There's the other guys. There's Neto. And he
Neto
started
as
playing.
well.
Pedro Neto.
Yeah, Neto.
He was playing
Neto.
like a right wing back towards the start of the season, and yeah, I guess the stat that we had earlier,
It's stinky, man.
it's not looking good for Traore. And our manager for this team, it goes without saying, you guessed it, Scorch's second best manager in the Prem, and it is Chris Wilder.
He fucked you, man.
And that brings us to the end of our weekend wrap-up. Let us know your thoughts on our best 11, our worst 11. Let us know who we missed out, who we should have included. Also, let us know your thoughts on our weekend reaction and where we got it wrong. So thanks for joining us on our weekend wrap-up. Catch us tomorrow for the Continental Corner at 9 a.m. Peace.